What is up, YouTube? Guys, Jericho426 coming at you with another Marvel Contest of Champions video. And today, guys, we are talking about the long-awaited Silver Centurion guide. Guys, I will be quite honest, when I first saw this champion, when he was first announced, even though it was a little while ago, I was so disappointed, and I just thought, man, he just doesn't look cool. I don't like him. I just thought his abilities looked boring. He was terrible. I even released an entire video on the fact that I did not like Silver Centurion. And then I started to play him. And guys, I can eat crow when I have to. I will tell you right now, I think he is a fantastic champion. He is a damage over time machine with his plasma charges. And on top of that, guys, he is just a lot of fun to play. I absolutely love playing Silver Centurion. He is my favorite champion right now in the game to play. I just have so much fun playing him. So, guys, if you are liking all the guides and keeping up with all the content on the channel, please hit me a little subscribe. Hit that little subscribe button right there and give me a little thumbs up on the video. I really appreciate all your support on the channel. We are growing relatively fast, and I truly appreciate it, guys. Also, let me know, do you have Silver Centurion, and do you like him as much as I do? Again, I just think he's a crazy awesome champ. So, guys, without further ado, here is the ultimate guide to Silver Centurion. Silver Centurion starts each fight with one indefinite Armor Up buff. If this buff is removed for any reason, it will re-trigger after 10 seconds. While the Armor Up buff is active, Silver Centurion becomes immune to both bleed and shock effects. The main component of Silver Centurion's damage is the ability to lock on to the opponent. To ready lock on, Silver Centurion must remain near his opponent for 12 seconds. As an attacker, moving away from the opponent before readying the lock on will cause progress to be lost over time. Once lock on is ready, it can be activated by throwing any special attack and is paused while standing near the opponent. The active lock on lasts 2 seconds, but each full bar of power adds 1 second to its duration. This duration is doubled for defenders. Plasma effects are paused while locked on. Locked on lasts 25% longer against mutants and 25% shorter against cosmics. Whenever Silver Centurion would strike with a critical hit, he instead inflicts a shock debuff that lasts for 3 seconds. The potency of this shock debuff scales with critical damage rating. If lock on is not active, inflicting a shock into an incinerated opponent will fuse those two effects together into a plasma debuff that lasts for 12 seconds. While lock-on is not active, if Silver Centurion finishes a combo with a light attack, he will use a heat punch and inflict a 12-second incinerate debuff. Inflicting an incinerate debuff on a shocked opponent will also cause the plasma debuff to take effect. Again, this plasma debuff lasts for 12 seconds and has the properties of both incinerate and shock. While locked on, the second medium hit in a combo will deal a burst of energy damage per stack of plasma. So the more plasma stacks you have on the opponent, the higher that damage output will be. Using a heavy attack, Silver Centurion will inflict a non-stacking slow debuff for 10 seconds, reducing the ability accuracy of the opponent's unstoppable and evade effects by 100%. On activation, if lock-on is active, Special Attack 1 will refresh lock-on. Special Attack 1 will also inflict a heal block debuff for 10 seconds. If the opponent has an active regeneration effect, the heal block is turned into a passive and lasts for 15 seconds. If lock-on is active, all plasma effects are refreshed. Also, while locked on, if the opponent has 5 stacks or more of plasma, the last hit deals a burst of energy damage for each stack of plasma. If the opponent has under 5 stacks of plasma, inflict 3 stacks of plasma instead. Finally, if lock-on is not active during Special 2, Special 2 will inflict a plasma debuff over 12 seconds. Special Attack 3 will activate Lock-On even if the conditions are not met. It will also inflict a slow debuff for 28 seconds. It will also inflict a Power Drain debuff that removes 1 bar of power plus an additional 25% of a power bar for each stack of plasma over 10 seconds. To be the best Silver Centurion player, you have to be very aggressive in your fighting and also very good with parrying. So dexing, while you will be able to use it and you can and should use it during a fight as always, remember that you do not want to dex and back off from an opponent too much. Again, the lock-on timer only counts down while you are close to the opponent. As well, once you get into lock-on is paused while you are close to the opponent. You have to be really up close and personal in order to use Silver Centurion best. So, what you're going to do is you're going to start off a fight and you're going to dash in and stay very close to the opponent, parrying and striking with 5-hit combos, ending each one with a light attack. Now, when you do this, you will be combining your shock attacks and your incinerates, and these will create the plasma debuffs on the opponent. And that is the biggest key. You want to gain as many plasma debuffs as possible when fighting the opponent. Once you have enough plasma debuffs and you are up to a special 2, you will then want to fire the special 2. Now, many times you will end up below 5 plasma. And so what this will do is it will gain you 3 extra ones, which is great. You can just keep on adding more plasmas that you weren't able to add in normally. When you do this, you're going to get more damage over time from the plasmas. Then you're going to again stay very aggressive. You're going to be up close and personal with the opponent, and you are going to be now throwing 5-hit combos ending with a medium attack. That medium attack is going to do a burst of energy damage based on the number of plasma charges on the opponent. So the more plasma charges on the opponent, the more damage from this medium attack you are going to see. And it can actually do quite a bit of damage with that medium attack. So then you have kind of 2 options. You can either use the special 1 over and over to refresh the duration of your lock-on, just in case you get into trouble in the fight and you need to back off or dex a little bit more. Or you can use the special 2 again to add more plasmas onto the opponent. Remember, once you get above 5 plasmas on the opponent and you use your special 2, you are then going to be doing a large burst of energy damage at the end of that special 2. So, again, what's our rotation? We're going to start off the match getting really up close and personal with the opponent. We are going to be parrying a lot, and we are going to do 5-hit combos ending with a light attack. The criticals will add the shock debuff, and then the ending with the heat punch or the light attack with the 5-hit combo will give you those plasma effects. Then, once you hit a special 2, you want to go ahead and throw your special 2 when you have as many plasmas as you can muster on the opponent. When this happens, you are going to multiply the amount of plasmas on the opponent as long as you are below 5 plasmas. If you are above, you will instead do a large burst of energy damage. Then, when lock-on is ready, as it was activated by the special 2, you're going to again stay really close to the opponent. Now you're going to be throwing 5-hit combos ending with a medium attack, doing that burst of energy damage per plasma charge on the opponent. Then you can either use the special 2 again for energy damage or use the special 1 to refresh the duration of lock-on. Remember, while you are close, lock-on is paused. Guys, I really love Silver Centurion. I think he is a fantastic and fun champ to play. He is not the most overpowered DPS machine in the game, but his damage over time is so consistent and powerful that he can very quickly overwhelm many champions in the game.